Connie.
I had no idea about what to do for work experience, and our careers officer at school hadn't arranged a place for me. In the end, I spoke to my uncle, and he persuaded the manager of a woodworking company to take me. They produce the wooden doors for new houses, and I knew absolutely nothing about that, so I was a bit worried at the beginning. But everyone was very helpful. I spent time doing lots of different things in those 2 weeks, from hands-on working with wood and tools to calculating figures in the manager's office. It doesn't matter if the work experience isn't something you want to do as a career, because the important thing is getting out there and understanding what employees are actually doing.
Speaker 2. Vera.
At our high school, we had a 2-week work experience this year, and it was part of an international project with the aim of planting over 1 million trees worldwide. We did our bit and planted the 147 trees that were delivered to local parks. Before we started, we really weren't sure we could handle the work, but we needn't have worried as we were shown exactly what to do. How big a hole to dig, what kind of earth to add, and so on. They organised our programme really well, and we were outdoors a lot, which was fun. At the end, they gave us a certificate, which should be quite useful when we're applying for jobs, I guess.
Speaker 3. Ali.
I was really lucky because my work experience was in television. My dad runs a TV production company and he arranged for me to spend 2 weeks helping out on a film set. They were making a drama series based on an 18th century novel, so it felt like travelling back in time. Fantastic. The man who was managing the project was very encouraging and made sure I got to do some interesting things. I learned how to put on stage makeup, worked with the assistant director for a day, and even helped to develop ideas for costumes. It's given me a very clear idea of what I want to do in the future.
Speaker 4. Gordon.
My work experience was good and bad. The beginning was awful. I was at a large supermarket in the city, and for the first 3 days, all I did was fill the shelves. I got really bored. So I complained to the careers officer, and she dealt with the problem immediately. She knows I enjoy anything to do with computers, so she suggested working in their IT department, which they agreed to. I saw how to install new software, and I also updated the information they give to young part-time staff at the store, people like me who work at the weekend. I hope they might give me a Saturday job when I'm 16.
Work experience. Spend 2 weeks at a local company and learn about a job. A. Delivery company. If you know the area around the city quite well and enjoy travelling around, come and help us. We provide a fast delivery service for online orders, and we also transfer products for other companies. We need someone to help the drivers lift heavy boxes and parcels. B. Cruise ship. Our company is important for tourism because it provides cruises worldwide. When ships are in port, we get them cleaned and make sure cabins are ready for new passengers. You will spend 40% of your time on board, helping our staff with cleaning and general repairs, and also work in the office on a busy customer service desk. C. Riding school. You'll look after one particular horse while you're here, dealing with everything from its food to its appearance and daily exercise routine. Although your work will be mostly in the fresh air, you'll be at a desk for brief periods in order to answer phones and arrange customers' lessons. D. Festival office. This city's cultural festival is world famous, and our small out-of-town office is open all year round, booking next year's performers. Join our friendly team, helping with general phone inquiries, printing, and design of our advertising. You will find out a lot about the entertainment industry. E. Football Club. Every year, students on work experience get the chance to meet players at our club, which is located close to the heart of the city. Last year's students worked outside preparing the training ground, whereas this time you'll be in our financial department, learning about costs and other issues from top accountants. F. Television Studio. We make comedy shows, drama and wildlife programs. Our busy IT department welcomes students with knowledge of this area. You will develop new skills and stay with a single work group, learning from experienced people coping with demanding situations, like installing systems software. G. Primary School. We encourage secondary school students to work in our classes, reading to the youngest children and helping older ones with maths problems. If you are good at sport, why not help to teach our junior football team what you know? As the school is in the north of the city, it takes about an hour from the centre by bus. H. City Museum. While you don't have to know about local history, we do expect you to put your internet skills to good use. Find out interesting facts about the objects on display, which you can then pass on to kids and their parents as you guide them around the building. Many of these visitors come from other countries.
And here we are looking at the world of work and jobs. Now, sometimes it's not easy to get a job, and it can be much, much harder to find a job if you have a disability. For example, if you need to use a wheelchair or you are blind. But of course, there are lots of disabled people who have very successful careers. We shouldn't forget that not long ago, Britain had a Minister for Education who was blind. Every day this week, we're talking to people with disabilities about their jobs. And today, Mike Lawley meets Marina Stewart.
Marina, when you were born, you already had problems with your eyes. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. I could only see partially, and when I was 18, I had an operation to get rid of the problems. Unfortunately, the operation went badly wrong, and I was left completely blind.
So, what about your education?
Well, I went to a special school for blind people, and then I went to college. But somehow, the teachers at the college for blind people just didn't think we could get good, interesting jobs.
You mean the teachers didn't think you were going to be successful? That's terrible.
I know. And so I didn't really know what to do. I got a job in a shop, but I hated it. I stayed because I felt that, because I was blind, I really didn't have much choice.
But one day, all that changed, right?
Yes. I was in a cafe in London, and by accident, I met someone who was in the theatre. We talked a bit, and I found out that he was the director of a group of disabled actors. He invited me to go to a workshop, and I went. I loved it, and soon I started doing real acting.
Then what?
Well, after working in the theatre, I got an offer to work in television for the first time. I worked in 2 or 3 television films, and I'm happy to say that one of them won an award.
Acting isn't the only thing that you do, is it?
No, I also love music, and I play the piano, and I give piano lessons at home to small children. It's wonderful. I love it almost as much as acting.
So, it looks like that teacher was wrong. It is possible for a disabled person to be successful in the world of work. Is that right?
Yes, it is. When I was young, when I was a child and a teenager, no one thought I could do much. And it was hard to imagine what jobs I could do. But I fought hard, and the most important thing is, I didn't let being blind get in my way. I've always wanted people to think of me as Marina Stewart, that's all. I'm Marina first, and then I'm a blind person.
Dream jobs. Have you ever imagined the perfect job? What would you choose? Here are 3 that would be on our list. The sweetest job.
Swizzles is a company in Britain that makes sweets. The sweets are made in the company's factory near Manchester in the north of England, and they're eaten by kids all over the country. Harry Wilshire is one of the company's employees, but he's only 12 years old. His job is probably the best job in the factory. He's the company's official sweet tester. When a new sweet is invented, it's made in a special department in the factory, all very secret. Then the new sweet is sent to Harry's house for him to test. He eats it, writes a report about it, and sends his report to the factory. And then a decision is made about whether to make the sweet or not. Is Harry paid for the job? Well, no, he isn't paid because he's too young to work for money. But he gets free sweets. Harry says, "When I started the job, I felt like I was in the book Charlie and the Chocolate Factory." Harry has got a special uniform and business cards. He's got a really sweet job, you might say.
Desert Island Blogger.
Would you like to look after an island in the Pacific Ocean? Almost 35,000 people applied for the job, but Ben Southall got it. How was the winner chosen? Well, after Ben showed that he was good at blogging and swimming, there was an interview. He was asked lots of questions to see if he had the right kind of personality for the job. And he did. So, what did Ben have to do in this job? It was hard work. He had to live on his own in a 3-bedroom villa with a swimming pool on Hamilton Island and spend every day swimming, exploring and relaxing. Then he had to write a blog to promote the area. Ben was paid $111,000 for 6 months' work. The people he worked for liked his work very much. After he finished on Hamilton Island, he became tourism ambassador for the state of Queensland, Australia.
Sleeping on the job.
Usually, sleeping on the job is a big problem for an employee. If you fall asleep, you'll be fired. But Rasheen Madigan from Birmingham, UK, was paid to sleep on the job. She tested luxury beds. Rasheen was paid £1,000 to sleep in designer beds every day for a month. A company that makes beds for luxury hotels wanted to know more about what makes a good night's sleep. Rasheen was selected to spend up to 8 hours a day in a bed and then write about it. Over 600 people applied for the job, but they weren't chosen, of course. It was only Rasheen who got to sleep on the job.
Hey, Caden.
Janelle, hey.
I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been?
Oh, all right. I'm so happy it's Friday.
Oh, yeah? Hard week?
Every week is a hard week. I feel like time goes by so slowly at work.
Do you still have that job testing video games?
Yeah. I think the last time I saw you, I was just starting, and I was really excited about it. But honestly, Janelle, it's just not as fun as I thought it would be.
Why is that?
I mean, I don't want to sound ungrateful. I know it's better paid than a lot of jobs, and my hours are more flexible than most, but it's making me hate video games. I thought I was going to play the games and suggest ways to improve them, but I have to play the same parts over and over again and make mistakes to see what happens. I basically run hundreds of tests on every detail of the game.
Oh, I guess that wouldn't be very fun.
And when I play video games on the weekends, I keep noticing little things that I would report for work. I can't play games like I used to and just enjoy them.
So, do you think you want to change fields?
Well, that's the thing. Because I am always playing them, I'm constantly thinking of new ideas for games. I have lists at home. So I'm still passionate about video games, but I'm just tired of testing other people's ideas.
Why don't you go back to school so you can become a software developer? You know, you could develop your own games. I think with the experience you have now, you'd be really good at that.
Yeah, I've thought of that. If I keep working at this job for a while, I could afford to go back to school. Do you think that's a good idea?
Definitely. Then when you finish school, you can look for a job designing games. Who knows? Maybe this company where you're working now would hire you.
Hey, anything's possible. Thanks for the talk, Janelle. I'm going to look at universities this weekend.